Alrighty, let's move on. Here we go. We got to fit the entire show before NBA playoffs tip off at 1 o'clock. So here we go. Let's move on to this. Washington wide receiver Terry McLaurin already building chemistry with quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. Quote, Fitz is fun. Alrighty, we know there's an open quarterback competition here in Washington between Ryan Fitzpatrick and what's his name? Hang on, it's coming. Terry McLaurin. I always get his name confused. Terry McLaurin, Taylor Heineke. TT, that's where we get the confusion from. But open quarterback competition between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke was the starter last year. They bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick in this offseason. They don't draft a quarterback, so it's only going to be between those two quarterbacks. And Terry McLaurin's their number one wide receiver. So if he's having fun, if he's kind of building this chemistry with Ryan Fitzpatrick, it may a little bit sway the opinion of Ron Rivera making that final call. So let's read this article and see what Terry McLaurin is truly saying about Ryan Fitzpatrick. We know Ryan Fitzpatrick can get it done. I mean, we saw that last year with the Dolphins. He's a very good, solid starting quarterback, kind of 50-50 in his wins. He does throw a lot of picks, which is, definitely, a bad taste in your mouth when it happens. But when he, does what he does in the Raiders game, where he gets the face mask, he makes the amazing pass, and then, we win the game with like seconds to spare. That's the fun of, Fitz magic. So it's not all great with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and it's not all bad. It's real kind of, 50-50. Taylor Heineke is a little unproven in this league. He had a decent year. He only started one game. Nothing great. No real tape, but it was solid of what we saw from him. Went toe-to-toe with Brady, so we give him the credit for that in the playoffs. But let's see what Terry McLaurin is saying here on Ryan Fitzpatrick. So Terry McLaurin was able to get a feel for new quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick over the past 2 weeks during OTAs, and the Washington wideout is already liking the chemistry. Quote, Fitz is fun. The first thing that struck me about him is just that he has a really cool, calm demeanor about him. When he's in the huddle, he's just really collected, and that's something you really have to have on your team. The quarterback, he's the general. You can't have him going crazy and, not being 100% confident, because that's going to make the rest of the team not 100% confident. So this man's cool, calm, collective. Alrighty, y'all. Here we go. Play, Spider 2, Y Banana. Y'all good? Here we go. Let's get it. Break at the huddle. Calmly, all right, 52's the mic, here we go, everybody ready, here we go, set, hut, hike, bingo, bango, completes the pass, next time in the huddle, all right, great job, boys, here we go, next play, y'all ready, Spider 2, Y Banana, here we go, everybody good, here we go, break, bingo, bango, up to the line, once again, cool, calm, collected, oh yeah, we hit the touchdown, and then that's where the maniac comes from, the beard is flying, the hair is flying, he's taking his helmet off, he's bashing you in the head with his own head, even if he has the helmet on, even if he's, no helmet and you have a helmet, he's headbutting you, because that's just how, juiced up that this guy gets, and we absolutely love that about him. So Terry McLaurin falling in love kind of with Ryan Fitzpatrick here, and we'll see who's going to win the starting job. It's definitely going to be a tight competition. You've got the veteran in Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then you got the up-and-comer of Taylor Heineke, really making his presence known in kind of, what was the spring football league that happened? It wasn't... which one was it? It was one of those, like the AA, I don't know, I can't remember. But either way, he made his presence there known, and then he was able to get to the NFL. So we give him some respect there. But, still plenty of time to earn the starting job. Fitz, we know is a kind of a backup player. We saw that with Tua, able to come in a couple of times and get it done. So it's gonna be interesting to see who kind of wins this battle. But Terry McLaurin's kind of loving what he's seeing from Ryan Fitzpatrick, and that's great. Anything else here in this article? Washington signed Fitzpatrick to a 1-year, $10 million deal this offseason. Although the 38-year-old quarterback isn't considered a long-term solution, well, first of all, he's 38. So that should just tell you right there. Big Ben's 39, and he's one of the greatest to do it in this kind of new era of football, and he's retiring next year. So yes, obviously Fitzpatrick, the 38-year-old quarterback, isn't considered a long-term solution. I didn't think anybody really thought that. I don't really think you needed to include that in the article, but they did it. McLaurin is picking the brain of a 16-year veteran. Fantastic. Yes, sir. Go to your veterans. He's won in this league. He knows what it takes to win in this league, to be kind of solidified, to kind of be the starter every single season. He kind of knows what goes into that. So the fact that, this young blood Terry McLaurin going into his second year, getting it going, getting ready, learning from everybody, I'm all about this man. So McLaurin is picking the brain of a 16-year-old veteran in order to not only prepare for the upcoming season, but evaluate his own game coming off his first 1,000-yard season. Was it his second year, or was it his rookie year last season? Let's bring that up quickly. This may have been his second year. He may be going into his third year. Let's get this up. Yeah, okay, going into his third year already, but still learning. That's what we're about. All right, back to the article. Quote, he's also a student of the game. He's super smart. It helps me out because I get to try and see the game through his eyes. Once again, fantastic. We know he's Harvard educated, a smart guy out there, learning the game, teaching the game to these young bloods, and Terry McLaurin is absorbing it all, so I'm absolutely all about it. Last quote here. Let's see if there's anything good. Quote, he puts an emphasis on really being in communication with the receivers. That's not just me. I've seen him communicate with just about every receiver on the roster right now, just about what they're thinking with this route, what they're thinking about with this leverage. I think that is very important to do at this part in the season because you want to try to start making that connection early. Absolutely. So it seems like maybe, we don't know the other side of this. We don't know what Taylor Heinicke is doing, but Ryan Fitzpatrick truly being that leader. He's kind of making it known. He's talking to all the wide receivers. It's not just the star-studded one, the A1, Tier 1 options. He's getting everybody involved just to kind of, all right, well, I'm not going to be just thrown to, Taylor Heinicke the entire season. I'm going to get everybody involved in whatever's open. I'm going to give it to them, and let's make sure we're all on the same route early so then we can start getting better and start doing more advanced plays early on, get a little bit of a leg on the competition on these other teams, and let's have a great season. So it seems like potentially Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably going to win the starting job so far. I know there's still a lot of time left, training camp, all that hasn't even began yet. I get it, but what we've been seeing early, it seems like Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be the early favorite here to take the reps with the one. So I love it. I love this Washington team. I loved what I saw last year. The defense was solid. We love what Ron Rivera is doing. We respect the hell out of him as a head coach. And so we'll see how Washington progresses for the rest of this offseason. But I think we're going to start putting Ryan Fitzpatrick above Taylor Heinicke right now.